Alafia, Alafia. This is Kenobasi Leslie, sitting in my studio with Snowball. You know, he's been begging me to be a part of the video. So here he is. Say hello. Hello, Snowball. Hello. There he is. But anyhow, I just want to talk about some things that's on my heart, and really talk about spirituality, which a lot of times people defined it or give it a lot of energy. Well, that's theoretically energy that doesn't necessarily apply, because what you read and what you take in, it doesn't make any difference how many books you read. You have to apply it. You have to activate it for things to work. So a lot of times we fail to activate it. We get the knowledge, but the knowledge just be there, and there's no activation, there's no energy applied. One of the things that hits me is, like, a lot of times, we would do things like make commitments, or tell somebody that we're going to do something, and tell somebody that we're going to be there. Tell somebody that, hey, don't worry about it, I got you. And then we don't show up. And even to make it worse, sometimes we don't call to let them know that, hey, I can't make it, or whatever, So I find that to be very spiritual, because our words are important, and the things that we do is very important. So sometimes it really didn't take much. Sometimes what we do is we commit to something, we get ambitious or whatever, and and maybe things start piling up, and we find that we can't follow through what we have committed to. Sometimes, just pick up the phone and let people know. Let people know that I can't make it. I can't do it, or something came up, and try not to let people know, like the day ahead, or maybe a couple hours ahead, and suddenly, but that is for me spirituality. It's integrity, it's honesty, and it's just being real. And and sometimes we find ourselves another situation. We find ourselves in what you might say a state of fear, maybe a state of lack, maybe there's not much money in the bank. Uh, Maybe, we're worried about paying the bills, worried about how meeting ends. Too much month at the not enough money at the end of the month or whatever. Um, you know, we all go through that. We all go through that. But what we have to do is sometimes just go inside and just know that we're on this earth to be abundant. And no matter what you do, it's just kind of like get to a point, because like a lot of times, and I've been very guilty of this myself. We work that job in order to pay the bills. That sounds logical, but sometimes there's something else that we can do. There's something that we enjoy doing, and for a little while, you need to work the job to pay the bills or whatever, but after a while, you kind of figure it out. You say like, hey, I ain't supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be doing my own thing. And, I am genius, enough to be able to create my own flow. It might take a little courage. Might take a little sacrifice. But, because I know I worked a job, I think, a little bit too long. Because, I was in fear of making sure all the bills were paid and this, that, and other, and doing this, that, and other. In fact, in that loop of fear, I didn't really think everything out. So, but we get to that point where we make the right decisions. It just takes a little time, and always have that faith in everybody, and I have that faith in me. But yeah, it's just that something simple, going back to commitment, going back to integrity. Is just try not to bite off more than you could chew. And that happens a lot. And, and if you tell somebody you're going to do something, just do it. Whether you feel like it or not. Do it because it's the right thing. So, I didn't have a lot to say. I just had some little simple things that was on my mind at the time. And I really hope that your day goes good. Sometimes, we just have to tune it down a little bit. Take our time a little bit to be in a space to clear out the cobwebs so that we could see what move that we need to make. Because sometimes, this system has us in a state of confusion and fear. And we can overcome that We can overcome that with just slowing down, getting quiet, taking some deep breaths, and let the heart make the decision. Ken Obasi Leslie Odabo.